Don, I want to just give you a short video update. We've located the two pieces that we were hunting for that need to be heliarched back together, and some metal added right here as well. And we're progressing. This one's pretty well done. I think this one we've got pretty good. This one we've got real good quality on. These others we've still got some more buffing to do. But we're moving right along on that, and actually all these small pieces, they buffed out real easily, so the other ones are a little more awkward to handle, and so they're going to take a little more time. The flagpole, we do have some information on the flagpole. Talked to a guy that knew exactly what this part was and how it was built. We actually were able to describe it over the phone. There was a small ring that clamped over the globe, and then just barely fit over this assembly right here, and then a snap ring made out of, he said, piano wire, steel piano wire, was put in the bottom. I'm sure it was, but anyway, I'm sure it wasn't piano wire, but it was a spring steel of some kind that was used, and that held the whole assembly together. The steel snap ring rusted out, and then the whole shooting match was lost to Davy Jones's locker. So, curiously, I have a ring here for a Century light. Oh, and by the way, so he has like 7 globes, and he has one of these rings, and he's not letting go of that ring because he's trying to figure out how to, and he's got like 6 more flagpoles, and if he can figure out how to do the ring, then he can make, he's got all these flagpoles he can sell. But for us, for you, since there's only a few Mac bays, I think you might be able to do this. This is a ring for a Century, and so it just perfectly fits down over the top of this, and which means that we could put a Century globe on top of this, which I think could be had in the $50 or $60 plus shipping range. And the ring, I'll have to look up how much I paid for it, but I think I paid $50 for it. So that would get my $50 back. And then we could have either, you could manufacture, as I picked up on the idea that I think you do some machine work, you could manufacture, or we could have it done locally, a donut that could go under here. It would just slide under here, go under here. Maybe it made out of a plastic material that could be worked around here, but a donut that would go up underneath this ring, and we could use 3 screws, machine screws, or just self-tapping screws to attach the assembly and put the assembly together. So that's a possibility. Of course, as you know, this needs chromed, and that wouldn't have to be chromed because it's going to be hidden when it's in place anyway, when it's being used. But we'd have some chrome costs as well. So I'm not sure, your total might be, by the time you get this done, your total might be a couple $100, but it would be your original piece that came with the boat. So just let us know what you want to do there. And, well, I guess that's about it for now. So windshield. Your windshield is about 4 inches larger. I'll walk it up there to the windshield area. Take this with me. Your windshield is about 4 inches larger, tip to tip, than the standard windshields that TaylorMade manufactured. At least what they call their aftermarket windshield. And that's all we can get a hold of a part number for. And if we can provide a part number, we can go around TaylorMade and have one produced. But the largest windshield that TaylorMade makes is about 4 inches smaller than this. But this one, I'm going to pin this other end under this piece of furniture here. This one actually bows up fairly easily a good 4 inches. So the thought was that, maybe we'd want to adapt another windshield, their largest aftermarket windshield, and use it. Now I'd have a concern about that because, and I would have to see if we could get these undrilled, because even on this windshield we did for Roman's little boat, the original windshield and the new windshield were not drilled the same, and almost like one was drilled backwards from the other. And you can see that here's where we re-riveted. Whoops! Here's where we re-riveted where the old hole was, and you can see how far off the new holes were. So that may not be the best option. We may still be needing to custom produce your windshield. So anyway, just wanted to give you a video update, some things to think about, ponder, and get back with us on. Thank you, sir. Bye.